welcome to another episode of Questlog. It's a weekly show about video games old and new. My name is Tyler Everett, and I am joined by not only a Brian Maxwell,
good evening,
not only an Aaron Kring,
hello,
but also a Luke Phillips.
Yo, what up?
What's going on, guys? It's good to see all of you.
Yeah. What's going on? This always throws me every week.
What, that I just jump around and...
You introduce Brian first all the time after the fiasco that was trying to introduce me first. But then you skip. Sometimes Luke's second, sometimes I'm second. It throws me off guard. Way to keep me on my toes, Tyler. Great job.
You know, when you've done 97 episodes, sometimes you gotta switch things up a little. You gotta keep things fresh. You gotta, you know.
You can't fall into a routine.
You can't fall into just the same old.
You gotta fuck around with it a little.
Yeah.
You know what though? Yeah. You know what though? One day, can Tyler go last?
One day we're gonna just have to go out to a restaurant and pretend like we don't know each other at the bar, and strike up a conversation.
Role play. Okay.
Well, hey stranger.
I can be the sailor who's on leave.
Yeah, there you go.
Shore leave. Yeah.
I can be.
Go on.
I can be a very very important businesswoman who just doesn't have time for a relationship. Hey.
Isn't there also
wear
a
something
cowboy,
nice, okay?
an Indian, and a fireman, and a police guy or something?
Run a comb through your hair, for God's sake.
People?
Luke, you went somewhere else with that. You went to a village people.
What the fuck are you all talking about?
I don't know. Talking about switching it up, man. You know, do a little.
Yeah.
I was just talking about the order of the show.
Oh.
You guys are out here having
we mixed that up a little.
Fantasy dates and stuff.
Yeah. We took it to a weird place. Are you new here?
Yeah, I think you're the weird one in this room right now, Craig.
Yeah,
it's true. It's true.
You're the weirdo for keeping it normal. Come on.
Oh, sorry.
Guys, I'm tired. Boy, I'm tired. Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
Who is the Jarl of Windhelm?
Whoa, holy shit.
Yeah.
Currently?
Sure.
Who is the current Jarl of Windhelm?
Now 2018.
Hold on. It would be Ulfric Stormcloak. Obviously.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you just pop quizzing me a Skyrim right now? Are you doing a Skyrim pop quiz on me?
I am. I have a Skyrim quiz up.
Fuck, I'm ready for this. Okay, hit me. Get me in with another one. I wasn't expecting this.
What city is the Thieves Guild located in? You don't know.
Riften, obviously.
Okay, maybe you do.
Technically, it's in the sewers in Riften. Like, that's not really Riften proper. That's underneath Riften. Get your shit straight,
He didn't
Tyler.
say under which city. He said which city. Give me the next one. I'm 2 for 2.
Okay. Which vampire can be found with an Elder Scroll in a sarcophagus?
Vampire can be found with an
Sounds like it's
Elder
from the
Scroll.
Dawnguard DLC.
Shit,
So
it
maybe
is.
you're not
I
that big of a fan.
I've played through that once, and I don't remember. Hold
yeah.
on.
Did ya?
Yeah, I don't know his name. I don't know his name.
Okay, I don't either.
Okay. That's a trick question. Nobody knows that.
It's multiple choice.
Oh.
We can do
hit
it
me,
like
hit me with a multiple choice. I
do
could
it
probably
like
tell you the
intro?
one. Yeah, hit me
Is it Helgi, Serana, Valerica, or Harkin?
Harkin. Final answer. D.
Final answer?
Yep.
Okay.
Is that correct?
It was Serana.
Damn. All right. Oh yeah, she follows you
Yeah.
around. I think Harkin's the big bad.
Well, you're still going home with $250.
I'm going to McDonald's.
Did we just turn this into a game show?
I dig it. This is good. You got any more? How many are there?
Yeah, like there's a lot. I'm skipping the ones that are. Some of them are pretty easy.
Okay. Yeah. Give me the non-Dawnguard ones.
What must you drink the blood spring water from?
The massive chalice. I have no idea. The
Chalice.
My enemies. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that one, honestly.
It was Chalice.
Oh shit! Well, there you go. Look at that.
I can tell you know your shit.
Yep.
When do you get Shadowmare?
Shadowmere. You get during the... There's like a ritual you have to perform at a pool for the assassins, the Dark Brotherhood, yeah. You summon him out of a fucking like little pool of water. It turns all black. It's real great.
There you go.
All right. What do I win?
Brian told you $250.
Oh, okay.
You win my respect and admiration.
Okay, all right. That's pretty good. I like that.
At long last.
I like that. We should formalize this. We come up with like 10
Actual
questions.
retail value $250.
Wait, how many questions did I get right? All of them?
Yeah, like 5,
5? Somewhere around
4?
there? There's no way to know.
maybe 5.
All right. That's pretty good. I like that. We could do that more often.
Yeah.
Hey, so
Hey.
I don't have a quiz for you. I would like. I almost want to just fuck the rest of the show. Let's
That's
just
cool.
do quizzes all night. That's pretty good.
Welcome to
one that you-
Quizlog.
Hey, if you like,
should know.
if you like this, yeah, I'll come up with a bumper for it. This could be a thing. If you like Quizlog or you want to send us your own questions, send those over to mail@questlogcast.com and we'll quiz each other with your questions. How about that? That seems pretty good.
I like it.
I think that's a good idea. I'll do
I
that
think
going forward.
Quizlog's going to be a hit.
I
Quizlog.
refuse to participate.
I'm gonna quiz you on
Don't
Darkest
take the
Dungeon.
question.
It's gonna happen. Don't prepare for it.
Yeah, hit me. I'm already prepared. It's too late.
Damn.
You are not prepared.
I'm so prepared.
Speaking
Ruined.
of not being prepared, I haven't played a whole lot of video games this week, you guys. It's my gaming time has been pretty limited. I have been playing a lot of the Pokemon Go though. A lot of that still.
Are you still riding your bike even though it's like
No.
stupidly cold outside now?
No.
It got cold real quick.
It sucks because like yesterday it was kind of all right, but then it started raining a lot. Today
That's
it
bad.
rained and was like hurricane winds out there and cold. So
Is.
yeah, it still is.
It's
Yeah.
not great.
I tried to take my daughter trick or treating. They have like a trick or treat thing downtown at like, a lot of the shops today. But by the time we got down there, most of them had already run out of candy, and it was raining and very cold, so it didn't go super well.
Question.
Yes,
What was her costume?
she was a vampire, a vampiress.
What kind of vampire?
I had to summon her with an Elder Scroll. So
Just like a general vampiress?
yeah, it wasn't like a specific one. No,
Oh.
she's
Okay.
got lots of costumes. She started out
What
this
is she
morning.
going to be on Halloween proper? Because I know she'll have a
Rainbow
different.
Bright.
Is it just Rainbow Bright, or is there going to be like one for school and then another one for
I
when
don't
she was?
know. She was
Tyler.
yes. Hello.
Is Rainbow Bright still a thing? Like I know it was an '80s thing. Did it come back, or are we
I
just?
don't think so. I think she just like we have a DVD of it that has like episodes from the old '80s show, and she's into it because my wife was into it when she was a kid.
Yeah, those old '80s cartoons.
It's weird. There's a kid
It is
named
weird.
Red Butler. That's one of them, and I'm trying to think of some of the
Wait.
other names.
It's not a real name.
Is it a play on Rhett Butler?
I don't know. I don't know what Red Butler is or
Yeah. What's a Rhett Butler?
Wasn't that dude from Gone with the Wind?
Jesus, Brian.
I'm sorry. I'm on the wrong podcast. I'll see myself out.
yeah. What? You really hit a home run with the Skyrim shit, but I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
Can confirm, according to Wikipedia, Rhett Butler is a fictional character based on a historical figure of the same name and the true protagonist of Gone with the Wind.
Okay.
And now, what the fuck is Red Butler?
Yeah, now go-
that makes
now-
no sense to me.
Yeah, the color kids all have like a different thing, and there's
Did you
know
say color kid?
the color.
Whoa!
Jesus Christ, Tyler.
No, Rainbow Bright and the color
I'll
kids.
fix
it's
it
a
in
thing.
post. It's fine, but we need to have a talk.
I'm
about
doubling
your
down on this.
professionalism.
Google. All right, here we go. Rainbow.
Google colored kids. Yeah.
Color kids.
Oh, we are going to be protested.
Here you
We gotta
go.
get in the news somehow. We gotta get those views.
Yeah. Make sure to like and subscribe if you like me talking about the color kids.
If you want to watch us implode.
Oh, Pinterest. Why does that ever show up in any of my search results? Ever. Alright, here we go. Here's the color kids. Red Butler.
Can that be the show title, by the way?
You keep saying it.
Color kids.
Just because you say it slower doesn't make it any less good. Or less
Red
bad.
Butler's right here. They all have
Red
a little
Butler.
they all have a little I forget what the little furry guys are called, but
Are their names all like? Is it like blue doctor and green?
blue hairdresser. No, I don't know.
They're better
real.
than that. They're better than that. I pulled it up on the website. So green is patio green.
patio green, yeah, like
Yep. Buddy blue.
yep.
Shy violet. I don't know why is violet shy. I don't know.
Well, shrinking violet. It's,
Lala orange. Canary yellow.
really,
And then just straight up indigo. Nothing
Indigo doll.
special about your name. You're just indigo.
just real low effort. Just
Yeah.
fuck
Just-
it,
they got
blue. Just
Yep. Just phone it in.
you're blue. Go.
I don't know. Red Butler sucks is all I have to say. He's a real stick in my craw.
And according to this Rainbow Bright website, Brian, as racist as Tyler is, they do call them the color kids.
Yeah, so it's like
I don't know
I
what
said
to
it
tell ya.
several times. Yeah, weird. Anyway, yeah.
Where's your segue, Tyler?
She's gonna be one of those. She's gonna be one of those. No colored kids though, just Rainbow Bright. Anyway, it was cold outside. I don't remember what I was saying. What have you guys been up to? So many things.
Well,
I'm having to filter out all the jokes.
Okay. Yep.
it's cold, like you said.
yeah.
So I got that going on.
I finished my class. That's a
Oh,
thing.
you
So
know-
now
Yeah, that's
that's
good.
done. I don't know what my grade is, but it's done. So
Yeah, you paid your money. You did your work. You should have an A.
You did your 21-page
Isn't
report.
that how it works? Yeah, you did 21 pages. You just put in the time
Yeah.
and you get.
On the facilitation of management, correlations.
Dichotomies, yeah.
exactly that, Brian. You nailed it. That's the exact title of the class.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore. What's going on with you?
Hey,
Hey,
uh,
let's drag this out even longer if we can.
yeah, no, I took your suggestion last week, Tyler.
Okay. All right.
I went on.
You went
I
on.
played Link
Went
Between
on.
Worlds.
You turned it on. Okay.
Yeah,
The Link Between
I went-
Worlds.
The Link Between Worlds.
And
it's a lot better than A Link to the Past.
yeah,
Like, stupidly better. Like, way better
I don't know.
than A Link to the Past.
I've played Link to the Past a billion times, and I haven't gone back to Link Between Worlds. And I
Why is it
have
better?
like twice.
That's just because you don't have a 3DS.
And I've been playing on the old PC.
What? You can do that?
It's
How?
on Steam. What happened?
It's in my magic internet drawer right over here.
No, that's not what I meant. How does it work, though? There's like a touchscreen. Do you just like use the mouse for the touchscreen? Like,
Yeah.
how's that work?
Yeah. You have another little tiny screen, and you can use your mouse on it. It's pretty great.
Boom.
Sorcery is this?
It's pretty great.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I played the crap out of it, and I think that it's way better than A Link to the Past.
All right.
So there you go.
What makes it better? Tell me that.
There was a lot of.
The way that it is.
It's better because of the way that it is, Luke. There was a lot of. There were a lot of parts in A Link to the Past that felt like they were hard just for the sake of being hard. That were not like hard to be. They weren't like.
Sounds like someone's lost his edge.
They weren't like challenging, but like rewardingly so. It was just like beating your head against the wall trying to it was that ice palace and those stupid damn penguins, and they just like gang up on you, and then all of a sudden you're dead out of nowhere. I hated it.
Penguins.
You get to this point where it feels like there's the things in the dungeons and some of the puzzles are just hard for the sake of being hard, and I'm curious as to how people got through it in the past without guides or without getting information from other sources.
We were just better than you, generally.
Or you just had a
I guess
shitload
most
more
of it.
time than I did.
They called Nintendo.
That's
Really probably what it was.
Yeah, called the Nintendo hotline. Yeah, Luke's got it.
So, but this game, it felt like the puzzles were challenging, but like you could figure them out with the context clues better.
Hmm.
And it felt like they did a good job of balancing the difficulty a little bit better. So there weren't like spikes in the game where the difficulty just got crazy hard for some stupid reason, like an ice palace, as there were in.
Boy. You really latch onto this ice palace.
I really hated the ice palace, Brian. The ice palace.
I gathered
Link to the Past Ice Palace is Ocarina of Time's Water Temple. Changed my mind. The same thing. They're both equally bad. I hated them both. Sorry,
I didn't think it was that bad.
I didn't like them.
Yeah, to be fair, ice levels in most games are horribly frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna make you slide
So are water
around.
levels.
They're gonna make you thaw things out. You know what you're getting into when you get into an ice level. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good.
So this is on 3DS then?
Yeah, and Luke, the thing that's kind of a downer about it is I played it once before with a 3DS, and now I played it with a 2DS. This game feels like it very much benefited from 3D. Like having it in 2D, some things felt a little off, just because like you can tell that they would have looked way better with the 3D effect turned on if you had it, and it's a lot more top down than like A Link to the Past was.
top down.
Top down. The camera angle is almost like directly above Link as opposed to being more of an isometric sort of a view.
Huh.
So it's different, but it would. There's a lot of times where I think in this video it showed you hit these like little
Switches.
Yeah, they're like these little like these little
Octorok.
faces, like
The hammer peg guys.
the hammer peg things. Yeah, and you smack them down, and then you step on them, and it flings you up. And many times it will fling you up through like the floor of the level above, but you're coming up at the screen, and like that would look really, really good on 3D,
Mm-hmm.
where it doesn't translate as well with 2D.
I absolutely love that they use the same enemies and same sound effects in this game as in A Link to the Past. It's really cool to see them like fully 3D modeled, and I don't know, like with new animations and stuff. It's just cool. Are you noticing that, Kring? Like you're just like, oh yeah, I remember those guys, and like you're getting to see everything like up-resed and
Going
polygonal.
to this game from A Link to the Past, like a lot of those enemies you defeat and do the exact same thing that you did in A Link to the Past to kill them,
Mm-hmm.
which made it really easy to adjust to, because sometimes they change things like that between Zelda games on how these enemies work, but because this was all kept the same, like it felt like more of the same game. I'll tell you one thing though that did get kind of that threw me for a loop at the beginning is in A Link to the Past on the emulator, like I was just using the D-pad, but in A Link Between Worlds, you can't use the D-pad. What the D-pad does is it kind of like moves the boundary of your screen a little bit, like a free camera, so you just kind of like look off to the side further. You have to move with the thumbstick, and adjusting to that wasn't great at first, and it felt really bad at first, but now like it feels good. to do that, and going back to the D-pad feels weird. It's strange.
I really like the regenerating magic feature in this game.
Yeah, not having to, smash pots to get little jars of magic.
It's even different than that. It's not really magic. Like, all of your items use that same meter. So like, you don't have 25 arrows on you, and when they're gone, they're gone. Your arrows take a percentage of that magic bar, and then it regenerates.
Yep.
So
I think I'm all right with that. I remember there being puzzles where it's like, well, I'm out of arrows and I got to go, scrounge for
Time
arrows
to
so
leave.
I can pass this room.
Yeah, time to go farm.
Yeah.
But it changes some things, because like there would be times where you would go into a boss fight and you would get yourself all geared up and you'd have a ton of arrows and you'd be able to just spam them. And now you can't, because you'll get to a point where I think it's if you shoot like 4 arrows, you try to shoot a 5th one rapidly, and nope, you have nothing left in that meter. You have to wait for it to fill back up.
Arrows are on cooldown.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's not just arrows are on cooldown; it's that everything's on cooldown. You can't use any of the items except your sword.
Master Sword doesn't run out of batteries in this one.
No, thank God. It's not Breath of the Wild.
Oh, you got the big key.
Yeah, so it's a good one. I really like this game a lot, and I'm glad that I picked it back up, and I'm glad that I played through it again. I will probably play through this again. Like, this will be one of the Zelda games that I play through again pretty regularly, I think. It's pretty good.
I almost never replay games.
You're a rare flower, Brian.
Thank you. Am I? Thank you.
That's what they call him, Brian Rare Flower Maxwell.
Heyo.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like a cool game.
I may pick this one up again because I haven't finished it, and I really like Zelda games.
You haven't finished it?
No.
Oh boy, Tyler.
I don't really love the walk into a wall, turn into a picture mechanic. I don't love it.
Tyler, the story on this is so good.
So far, no, it isn't.
Yes, it is. The ending is fantastic of this game.
All right, I'll take your word for it. I think I talked about it several episodes ago. This ravioli guy shows up in my house and is a total asshole and kind of takes it over. And I don't know, there's a lady trying to put people into walls and make paintings out of a princess. I don't know. I wasn't feeling it.
I'll tell you, the ravioli guy isn't just some asshole that shows up in your house. Like, there's something important about him.
Show some respect.
I already know the secret about him, I think. But I'm not going to say it.
Well, then.
Because I saw some fan art of it once when I was Googling images of Raviolio, and I think it spoiled it for me. It's fine.
Why do you spoil things for yourself?
Because I was trying to make a thumbnail for that episode of the podcast, and and I was looking for pictures of Raviolio. And
yeah, podcast is a net negative.
See the sacrifices that I make for you people. You people,
Aaron, when did this
and
come
the
out? How
color
old is this
kids.
game?
What?
This came out in 2013, in like November of 2013, and I picked it up. I picked up this and a 3DS that Christmas, and then at the time I found myself I was only playing this game, and I was playing through Luigi's Mansion, and that was it. But this was before I think the remasters of the 64 Zelda games came out, and I think this was even before a lot of the Virtual Console stuff. And so I really didn't have anything to play on this for a long time, and so I got rid of it.
It's good to see that Sahasrara is still hanging out in this game.
Yeah, that was
toughest name in the
kind of
business. That
was kind of weird to me, because they were talking about the hero of Ancient, and then Sahasrara shows up. I'm like, how fucking old are
that
you,
motherfucker
dude?
still alive? Or, is it just like Link, and they have a bunch of names, and
yeah,
everybody has the same name? Maybe
they have like 12 names in this world.
just keep using.
It's like Sahasrara went to school with 8 other Sahasraras.
Come from a long line of Sahasraras.
Is that how it works? Like, is Link like James Bond? Is it like, yeah, you're the Seventh Link.
And they're just always Link. Yeah, it's always a Link, always a lighthouse, always a princess, always a Zelda.
So being a 5-year-old game, it could probably be found on the cheap. That's what you're saying.
I think it's $20.
A little
I think
more
it's
than I would expect for a
I think it's
5-year-old game.
hang on.
For those graphics?
Do I have the I have the box somewhere. No, I think it's a
Is that
a
Greatest
Nintendo
Hits
Select
thing? Yeah.
thing, so it's only $20 new. Which would make it, if you were to look on the interwebs, you could probably find it for like $10.
Yeah, I need more games for my 2DS.
Yeah, are you still just rocking the Pokemon?
Yeah, that's all I got. I
How
don't
is
know
that?
into the
How-
virtual console.
How you digging that, Luke? Are you digging
It's for the most part good. It's the first 8 hours was real hand-holdy,
it?
and it's starting to kind of get away from that a little bit. Finally, it's still pretty linear.
Did you get Sun or Moon?
I got Moon.
So that means I have to get Sun so we can complete our Pokedex.
I'm not really going for that, to be
I
honest.
don't want to do that with you, but thank you.
I mean,
I don't want to trade Pokemon with you.
yeah.
I'm
I
kind
mean-
of up here, and you're kind of down here, maybe. So, I mean, thanks. You know,
I don't know. Like, I don't have a huge interest to actually complete the Pokédex in this game for some reason. I just want to play through it for the story. But I mean, if you want to, I will.
Well,
Wow.
I mean, don't do any fucking favors,
Yeah,
Luke.
let's just have a pity trade, I guess.
I mean, if you care about all the stupid Pokemon in Ultra Moon or whatever, then I guess
I think there's like 1 billion Pokemon in this game, though,
approximately 1 billion.
because it pulls from like all the different generations.
Give or take 1 billion.
Yes,
You-
approximately.
have you evolved your weird Fire Cat yet, Luke?
Yeah. It's a Tora cat now.
Tora Cat? That
Yeah.
sounds good.
It's better than a little kitten.
It's no grass owl,
Sold.
but you know,
Yeah, it's no grass owl.
No grass owl. But yeah, it's all right. I had a real challenging boss fight earlier today, which kind of frustrated me. But then I just changed up my group, leveled them up a little bit, and somehow won. So I felt pretty good.
good.
Which I guess the boss fights actually changed drastically between Sun and Moon. When I was
Oh,
reading.
really?
So, yeah. Like, it's not just the same challenges for both. They have completely different Pokemon. But yeah, it's pretty good. I think I'm just under halfway through it right now. There's 4 islands, and I'm working through the second.
I just realized that my Pokemon Go trainer has the same backpack as one of them in this game. And there you go. That's just
Does that make you happy or sad?
kind of sad. Kind of sad.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know.
Are you upset now that you found out that your backpack is not original to Pokemon Go, but is just a borrowed asset from some other game?
No, like I'm sure that's cool to some people. I'm sure it's fine. I don't know. I'm never like Pokemon isn't a thing that I'm like excited that I'm into. It's not a thing that I'm like. I'm not like.
Is that what you said the other night?
I don't really want to tell people that I'm into it. You know, I don't really want to have that be a thing.
You don't want to
But I
hang out
am.
with the Pokemon kids and
You
talk
know,
shop?
Not so much, but then again, I'm gonna go with Luke to Community Day tomorrow and hang out with a bunch of them. So there you go. I don't know. I
Just embrace it.
I don't know. I'm like half foot in, half foot out.
Tyler, you're both feet in. You're going to a community day.
Get your fuzzy,
I gotta get-
Pikachu
I
hat
gotta-
on with the dangly things, and just
I gotta
just
get
go.
a Beldum. He's gonna evolve into a Metagross. He's gonna have Meteor Smash. And Luke says
shit.
it's gonna be Smackdown Tyranitar levels of good. So I gotta get that.
I recognize many of the sounds that you're making, but I don't understand the words
Yeah,
that they form.
Exactly. You're sitting here talking about getting an ultra sun or a moon or whatever. You know, don't high road me here, Kring. You're right down here in Pokemon Land with me. You're right down here on the Silph Road.
That is untrue because I don't go to events with random strangers, Tyler.
I'm not going with random strangers. I'm going with Luke P. Hillips.
Yeah, who else is going to be there?
I'm sure lots
Random
of people.
strangers.
Exactly.
A guy named Sean. There's gonna be shout out Sean. You're not listening, but shout out to you anyway.
Guy named Tom will be there.
I met a guy named
Billy will
Sean
be there.
last night when I was trying to do some raids.
I'm sure a girl named Karen will be there.
To be fair, Tyler's not going with those people. They're just going to be there too.
Yeah, but he has to interact with them.
Does he?
What if they come up and talk to him? Tyler is too polite to tell somebody to go fuck off. He will be forced to interact with them.
Excuse me, I'm trying to catch a bunch of Beldums here. Can you kindly fuck off?
Cannot wait for you to say that tomorrow to someone.
I'm not here to entertain you or be your
I'm not here
friend.
to be anybody's friend.
I'm just trying to catch my Meteor
I
Smash.
just need to collect these.
He rolls up and pulls his phone out of a briefcase like he's some sort of a pool shark.
Yeah, I gotta focus on the tournament. I'm here to win. I'm not here to fucking make friends.
Oh man,
Look at this stupid thing.
it's very stupid. It's all very, very stupid.
Stupid Litten.
It's not any stupider than anything you're gonna see in Dragon Quest XI, though.
Oh, I know.
Except in Dragon Quest XI, they have great names like Cruelcumber.
Where's your puns?
There's some great.
Yours is just syllables mushed together.
Execute. That's great. It's a bunch of fucking
beware.
eggs. It's a bunch of
that's all right.
cute eggs, and then they'll evolve into an executor, which is that's great.
What about this one that's on screen right now? The Mimikyu.
Mimikyu. Yeah, that's what he does. He mimics you.
It's in the name.
Ditto is a Pokemon that makes a clone of other Pokemon. Its name is Ditto. Get it? Lots of good puns. Lots of good puns.
All right.
What is whoa? There's like an Executor and a long neck Executor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Long neck one is actually a dragon type. It's classified as a dragon.
Oh, that don't look like no dragon I ever saw.
No, but it's like pretending, and so it gets dragon moves.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
That's kind of an embarrassment to dragons.
Hold on, I gotta go back up here. I think one of these little monsters just shit fire all over an Eevee. Are you guys seeing that? This fire attack he shoots out of his butt at a little.
Let me see it again.
I'm just gonna put it on repeat.
One more time in slow motion.
I can't slow it down.
This?
I think it came out of its face.
Oh, was that a face?
Yes.
Oh, it
yes,
it looked over the shoulder. Over the
Yeah.
shoulder. Okay.
He just like 360 no scoped her.
It looked like he just turned and went.
Disrespected her,
Real
Pow!
awkward angle.
That was awkward. Anyway, there you go. Pokemon Sun. Which one are you playing? Ultra Sun?
Moon.
Ultra Moon.
Ultra Moon. Get it now for your Nintendo 3DS. Just a DS. One of the DS's.
Just 2 DS's.
Just 2, however many DS's you can muster. Just get it now. Yeah. We played a little Sea of Thieves, Luke. We did that last night.
Yeah, that was okay.
It
I
was
don't like
okay.
the new area.
I don't like it
I'm just
either.
gonna come out and say I don't like the new area.
I don't like it either. And you want to know why?
Full of fire and brimstone and shit.
You want to know why I don't like it? I'll tell you why. Because you asked.
I didn't.
The reason I don't like it is it forces a gameplay that I don't love, which is, oh shit, this mountain's erupting. We need to go wait about half a mile away from it for however long it takes for it to finish. So we just
It's
sit,
like 5 minutes.
we just sit there on the boat, just kind of waiting. And that ain't
Just kind of
great.
lay there and wait till
There's
it's
nothing
finished.
to do. It's just like
Are
we
there
need.
quests that take you there specifically?
Yeah, it's like
Yes.
Yeah.
okay, I got a mission. I need to go to this exact island. Oh, it's erupting. I guess we wait. And it ain't like oh, we could go around this side where it isn't throwing
Can't
rocks.
run between the raindrops.
Can't run between the raindrops. I can't make a fire to make the rain pass quicker. I can't do anything. I just have to kind of take it. So it feels not great.
It just shuts down like a quarter of the map.
I'm hoping. Yeah, that whole section of the map is unplayable at points.
And like I don't know, we ran into a couple different boats, and like the one guy was it was a two-person sloop, and they were doing like a Order of Souls mission on the island, trying to kill skeletons. And when we hit their boat, they weren't even on it. Like I think they were waiting to respawn or something, because they were having such a rough time with this island. And it's like as soon as we killed them, the island starts erupting, so we had to bail out, wait for it to finish, come back. I don't know. It's just it's a weird loop. It's a weird gameplay loop. I don't love it.
And if there's loot on their boat, like you might not have time to transfer it to your boat, and then their boat sinks, and then the loot sinks into the sea, and then it's all gone, and you've just pissed away a bunch of time and got nothing for it.
The way the devs mentioned the rowboats working made it sound like the idea was you anchor your boat far off the coast and then row in, because you need to be able to get to this island while the volcano's going off. But they're so deadly and so have such a crazy reach on them that's not feasible. Your rowboat would be destroyed by the time you got it to shore.
And then your boat is so far away that if anybody, like if you're on the island and somebody rolled up on you and decided to start attacking your boat, like it's over. You can't get back in time. It's going to be sunk before you even get close.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know. It could use some tweaking. It could be more fun, I guess, is where I'm at with it. I think we got.
Frank,
Yeah.
You got some fan mail in the chat there.
That we'll get to it, Shlomo. You just hold your stinking horses.
What else you been playing, Crane? Let's get to it.
No, I don't wanna.
Hey, did you play Black Ops 4 the other night?
That's what I heard.
Yeah, I played Black Ops 4 the other night, and I liked parts of it, and I hated other parts of it. The parts of it that I hated were playing with more than one other friend for some reason. And I know Shlomo's over here laughing at me, but
Is it justified?
it's not necessarily justified because he was just as garbage as I was when we first started playing. So when we first got in, it was rough, like really rough, to the point where we just were getting shit on by the other team.
Question.
Yes.
Was this in the Fortnite mode?
This was not in the Fortnite mode. The Fortnite mode, I think he finished 6th in one of the battle royale modes, if I'm not mistaken.
What did you finish, Crane? And was it?
I don't know, like 30th, 20th, something like that.
How many people are in there? How many people?
I think 60.
Okay, so you did better than the time that we played Fortnite together, and
Yes, I survived significantly longer than the time we played Fortnite, and it feels a lot better than Fortnite because at least the experience that I had was you're not collecting a bunch of stupid frickin' resources so you can just build a barricade wall out of nowhere. Just shit something out on the battlefield to stand behind. Like it felt
Stupid resources.
it didn't feel like
Dumb
Rust
rocks.
mixed with. It didn't feel like Rust mixed with a shooter. It felt like you were playing this game. Like I walked into a building and there was like 6 different guns in that building. Whereas in Fortnite, you walk into buildings and they're like empty. I don't know. It felt better.
Question.
Answer.
Can you turn off the head bob in this game? It's making me sick watching.
I don't think so, Tyler.
Okay. All right.
So
Just curious. Maybe it's not as bad when you were playing it, and when my
it's not as bad when you're playing it. No.
Is this the most recent Call of Duty?
Yes.
I have no idea about
Just
Call of
This is the most recent Call of Duty. This just came out like a week ago.
I don't know a thing about Call of Duty.
Well, now you know a thing about Call of Duty, Luke. This came out like a week ago.
Black Ops
Nope, I just
4.
forgot it.
This is Black Ops.
Hey, Luke, this came out a week ago.
So, what's your favorite mode? Do you like the Fortnite?
Well, I
What's
played
Blackout?
the Blackout mode, and then we played some multiplayer. We played some Domination, which is like a territories thing. You just capture the 3 territories.
Territories.
It's all
Territories.
That was the mode where we really got shit on, and it felt awful. Then we played some Search and Destroy, which is a mode where you have 1 life, and it's like a last man standing sort of thing, but you're on teams, like the last member of the last team standing, or you have to detonate a bomb. And then we played like regular deathmatch. Once we got into there, then we started doing a lot better. And it started, I think it could have been that we were rusty. This is the first shooter game that I have played in many years. Like, tried to actually get into playing in a long time. Probably since...
Did you get into Overwatch?
I didn't get into Overwatch, and so it's probably been since the Master Chief Collection came out on Halo. That was the last time I tried to get into playing shooters.
We played that together 2 times.
Yeah, we did.
2 times.
We did. I played it a lot more with some people, but it's not anything that stuck. Like it didn't stick like Halo 3 did the first time around.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't really play first-person shooters anymore. It was a thing that I used to do a lot, and so getting back into this is difficult.
How does it feel after acclimating to keyboard and mouse on PC to go back to a shooter on a console?
Well, since I did a shooter on a console for so long, like it doesn't feel bad.
No,
me.
You don't miss the mouse after playing Sea of Thieves so much.
With Sea of Thieves, the action's a bit slower,
Mm-hmm.
so it doesn't feel like
Not as twitchy.
as twitchy or chaotic. Whereas this, the action is instant. It's constant all the time. And I don't know. I feel like I've never really played like a Twitch style shooter on a keyboard and mouse. I wouldn't really know what I'm missing. I guess
Gotcha.
it's just a different sort of gameplay.
I know that just like getting used to it on, because it never bothered me before either, playing Halo with a controller and all that stuff. But after playing so much Sea of Thieves, when I tried to play Sea of Thieves with just a controller, I felt like a pig on roller skates. It was bad. So, that's good though. Boy, this stream is running like shit.
It's a well done game. Like Treyarch always nailed these games with the Black Ops, but it's just gonna take me a while to get back into. I want to try out the zombie modes again because there's a lot more of them in this game than there were in previous games, I think.
I love a good horror.
So I want to give that a whirl. I'll tell you, the Overwatch influences are apparent. It's apparent that this game is, that Activision has Blizzard and they made Overwatch, and now this game comes along because there's these characters that you can choose from that it doesn't really change your class necessarily, because your class is different than it's something you completely set up yourself. But these characters are they have little abilities that they're on cooldown timers, so you can use those. And then there's like an ultimate in there as well. So you can definitely feel the influence from Overwatch with that sort of a mechanic in the game.
Think it's a good or a bad thing?
I don't know yet. I haven't had enough time to be able to
I remember when
we played for a couple of hours. Oh, we played for a couple of hours, but we didn't all play together. I played a lot of the Blackout mode because Shlomo doesn't understand how the how internet bandwidth works, and decided that when he was going to install the update to he was bitching about the fact that his internet speeds were super slow, but then after like 3 hours of that, realized, hey, maybe I should shut my computer off, and maybe I should disconnect some other things from the internet so that all of the bandwidth goes to my Xbox. And then
Jesus, Schlo. Come on.
it finally started going faster.
You should have a talk with him about how internet bandwidth works.
So yeah.
That's funny. I've done that same exact thing, so I can't.
Oh, I have to.
Yeah.
I have to. It's just nice to shit on somebody
Jesus,
for it.
why is this taking so long?
Yeah.
Oh, Steam is downloading Assassin's Creed update for no reason. Got it. Sweet.
Yep.
Yep. It happens.
Or Windows is installing some sort of
Right.
update that's taking a year. Because,
Against your will.
yeah.
That's cool. Gosh, I was gonna ask you something. What was it? I'm losing it. It's gone. Never mind. Moving on.
Well, so anyway, all of you out there in listener land, if you want to take me on and you think you're better than me, you're probably correct. So, yep, I'll gladly let you destroy me.
I remember what I was going to say now. I remember the armor abilities in Halo being a big point of contention and hatred among the community. So the fact that this stuff is kind of like seeping into other games like Call of Duty and stuff seems interesting to me.
Well, it's not really as big of a... It's not really something you notice as much in Call of Duty because they've... Ever since Modern Warfare 4, they've always had... Or Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, they've always had these perks that you can assign. So, like, you can have unlimited sprint or full metal jacket, which means that your shots will hit a little harder and various other things that
Small
you could
tweaks.
that you could equip to your character, and those are all like whatever you want to do. So every person you run into is going to have a completely different setup.
Right.
So these just feel in this game, it honestly starts to feel more like an extension of those things
Gotcha.
than anything else. It doesn't feel like they're game break like with Halo when Reach came out. Like those drastically altered the gameplay and the strategy behind it. I feel like these sort of like accent it, but don't like. Yeah, yep.
Gotcha.
It's not like a full blown like shift.
Cool. Well, cool. It's it seems neat. Seems like a good one of these.
Black Ops 4, get it?
Do you miss
now.
the campaign?
No,
Yeah.
no. We I mean, I used to play through the campaign just because.
Because it was there.
Well, Infinity Ward and Treyarch always had they had some amazing set pieces in the games that you could go through, and there were a lot of very memorable moments. Like there's a level in a mission in I think Modern Warfare where you're a sniper and you're like crawling along the ground.
Yup.
And there's like
that
the
one.
enemy troops are going by you. There was another one in one of the games called No Russian that has always stuck with me, where you're in this elevator and they're talking and you can tell they're formulating a plan. I don't remember exactly what they say, and at the end they say, and remember, no Russian. And the elevator door is open and you've got this big, huge like minigun, basically this just huge assault weapon, and the doors open and you're in an airport and they just start mowing down civilians in the airport. And so like I felt awful looking at it, but then I thought like, oh shit, if
I'm not gonna not complete the mission.
if I don't do this, are they gonna kill me? So then like I started like picking off people that were on the ground like writhing in pain, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna just end their suffering and just shoot those people.
And then you were like, well, just the elderly, because I mean they're on borrowed time anyway.
They've had their time, yeah.
So yeah, they always had
well,
amazing.
the kids shouldn't see this happening, so I guess I'll get those next.
Yeah,
Spare them the mental anguish.
spare them the years of therapy.
Yeah.
But like the first time it hit you hard, and then the second time you're just like, oh, these are fake people. Just mow them all down. But
Did you get a high
Video
score at the end?
games.
Yeah.
yeah. So they've always had like fantastic set pieces. So I like playing through the campaigns, but as Schlo says, what's a campaign? Because I would play through it once, it would take like 5 hours, then I'd be done with it.
That's not why you're coming to Call of Duty.
Right.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Good stuff.
It's pretty good.
Brian,
Yeah, man.
we played a little Heroes the other night. It was pretty good.
We did. Yeah, I think we went 3-0 and
Yeah.
felt pretty good about it.
Yeah, sent the message out to Vito because he wanted to get in. I was like, oh man, it's too late. I gotta go. But hey, congratulations because you get to try to continue the win streak that we're leaving behind for you.
Yeah, it's always such a weird, shitty thing when you win a bunch of games in a row and you're like, I've really turned a corner now. Like I'm just indestructible.
Yeah. Yep.
And then it comes crashing back down, and you get to feel the opposite for a while usually.
Yep. The game hands you an actual opponent and maybe some donkeys on your team, and you get to watch it all fall apart in front of you. Yeah.
Yeah, me and Vito had a real rough one last night. We had, I think our team was Johanna, Abathur, Deckard, Kane, Alarak, and Gazlo. So it was just like, well, we literally can't kill anyone. We cannot kill anyone. We can just really prolong our suffering really, really well.
Want to buy damage blocks.
Yeah. Like I was Deckard Kane, so it was like I literally can't hurt anything even a little bit. I can just set them up for you guys to not hurt them.
That's funny.
Good old quick match.
Yeah, I had fun playing Varian. I just played Varian every time. Tank Varian.
Mm-hmm.
There was the third game. We'd won 2 with me on Taunt Varian, and I think someone in the chat was like, "Oh, you go Twin Blades, because I'm gonna play Artanis."
Yeah.
And I was like,
I'll maintain.
Nah, I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead.
Not with that armor, you're not.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and pick up a shield anyway, and we just absolutely tore him apart. It was great. Hero still feels really good. Brian, you were asking about about Monster Hunter, and you were like, "Is it dead? Is it?" I was like, "Man, I just don't. Sometimes I don't have the energy for it."
Has the time passed for Monster Hunter?
You have to almost relearn it. You have to.
Yeah. You were like,
spend a little time.
Heroes isn't exactly like stress free or anything. And I'm like, yeah, but I know it. It's just like I don't have to. It's like an old glove. Like I just put it on. I know it, and
you don't have to relearn how to play it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can kind of relax. It can be kind of
still
a
weird
thing.
way to put it.
Yeah, it's not a game I think of as relaxing, but there is something to a MOBA.
Then again, for a game that's not relaxing, an awful lot of my teammates claim to be smoking the marijuana.
Yeah.
After their third death, and they're like, I'm baked, guys. It's like,
boy, I'm so
sweet,
high.
bro.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Cool story.
Cool. Yep.
Proud day for you and your family.
I always have the same reaction, and I used to really mess with people like, oh, I'm so high. I'm like, yeah, I'm mainlining fucking heroin right now. I'm doing all the drugs. I'm on all of the drugs, guys.
I'm walking on sunshine.
Yeah. Oh, what are you doing? You just smoking weed? Pfft. Amateur. Doing heroin and cocaine and meth right now. Just really, really mixing it up. Right, fellow adults? Right? I don't know. Anyway. Heroes. It was Heroes and it was good. We did the Heroes things. What else you been playing, Brian?
I don't need to spend a lot of time on it because I talked about it last week, but I finished Astrobot Rescue Mission.
Nice.
That's a real good game. That's a poster child for VR. It's one of those.
Nice.
That's the robot one, right?
Yeah.
It's robots.
Brian, you'll be disappointed in me, but I have yet to download the demo because I'm a slacker piece of shit.
Hey, it's still out there.
Yeah.
You should give it a look though.
I know. I want to.
It's pretty special. Like I finished it in probably under 10 hours, which doesn't seem long for a $40 game, but it's also totally worth it. Like I don't feel bad about that at all. I'm going back and replaying the levels and trying to find the little dudes I missed.
It seems like it's done very, very well. Good use of the VR. Good use of the tech.
Yeah. Like it's not just a platformer that happens to be in VR. Like they involve you, the person sitting there. Like you're a character in the world often, and that's pretty neat.
Good stuff.
Yep, so that's cool. I picked up a game called Return of the Obra Dinn today.
Yeah, you shared a trailer for this. This looks wild.
It is wild.
This is the one that was by the developers of Papers, Please, right?
Yes. Papers, Please is real cool. It's just too fucking sad for me to play. Like I respect the hell out of it. It's it's a cool, weird thing, but boy, it feels really bad.
Yep.
Yeah.
For those not
Russia's not a happy place.
For those not aware, the setup for Papers, Please is like you work at like a border crossing and you are determining who gets into the country and who gets sent away.
Or you're screening people. Yep. And
like the amount of you get paid by how many like it's something real dystopian, like how many people you interact with, but like if you get to also see the results of turning some people away or letting some in. Sometimes they'll commit a crime.
They hand you a license and a passport, and then you have to, like as quick as you can, make the right call.
Yeah.
You're also like trying to pay your bills and your rent, and it's like, well, your rent is this much, your heat is this much, and your grandmother is sick and she needs medicine. So which one of those things are you not doing this month because you didn't make enough money?
So you better get these people through a little quicker next time.
Yep.
Or away. Yeah, it's weird.
And they're not sending their best.
Fuck you, Luke.
It was there. Someone had to say it.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong.
Yeah, this is neat.
This one is not that. This game takes place in the 1800s. I think the story is like you work for like the East India trading company or something along those lines. Like they had a ship that disappeared 5 years ago, and the ship washed ashore, all fucked up and full of dead people on it.
Huh.
And you're supposed to figure out what happened to the 60 people who were on that ship.
Wow.
You've got a little like magic pocket watch where if you hold it over a corpse, like it shows you their last moment alive.
That's handy. That's a good thing to have.
Yeah, it's handy. It plays a little bit of dialogue, and then it shows you just like a still scene of that moment, and you can walk around and examine everything.
Huh, weird. The art style is so weird.
Yeah, it looks
can't
like
tell if I like it or not.
It looks like an 80s like PC game. It looks like the old like Mac Venture, Shadowgate, those games.
But like super detailed.
But nice.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's all monochrome. That's cool.
Yeah. So all the sound and the dialogue's really, really well done. You've got a photo of the people on the ship, and you've got a list of names. So you're trying to figure out who's who and who, like who killed who and how everyone died and what the hell happened to the ship.
You got to do that for all, like you said, there's like 60 people.
Mm-hmm.
Is it confusing? Because it seems like that would be a confusing.
There's a lot of like deduction you have to do. Like it's very rarely, oh, this person shot that person. Mark it down and move on. There's a lot of things you have to figure out, and I think I'm gonna have to start over because I don't think I was being quite meticulous enough to start with, and it's like I probably went half-assed on a lot of these. I needed to go, whole ass on.
Well, that one guy there,
full ass.
Yeah.
That one guy there clearly died from the Kraken. So you can know that one for sure. Mark that one down. That was a Kraken death.
Yeah, so you go through on the photo, and for every face, it's like you can put its name and how they died. So that one was crushed tentacle.
Now you know.
Market crushed tentacle, and let's move on.
Yep.
1 down, 59 to go.
I think you guys, being Sea of Thieves fans, would probably appreciate a lot of this stuff. Like it's all happening on a pirate ship, basically. Like there's a scene later where I go down below deck, and I see the ship's been tossed around. So there's like cannons that are not where cannons are supposed to be in a ship, and
This certainly ain't the gun port. This ain't where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, you don't want the cannon going off inside the ship so much.
Yeah, cannonballs do gnarly things to human bodies. It's not it's not great. It's not a great deal.
I've seen Black Sails, I know.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a really really unique game so far. It's not my kind of game, but I'm still into it. I'm still digging it. I'm sure my wife's gonna love it.
I was gonna say, Kat needs to see this because she's gonna fucking absolutely love this game.
Yeah,
this is a Cat game all the way.
Brian, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
How do you find these games? You always seem to find the most interesting, out there sorts of games. How do you do this?
I'm gonna let my associate.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop some knowledge on you, Kring. If you listen to some gaming podcasts, they talk about all kinds of awesome games that you can find.
Yep. Like this one.
Yep. I heard Abby talking about this on the Giant Beast cast this week, so this was on my radio.
Gotcha.
Too.
And Waypoint was doing a stream, like a charity stream this weekend, and I saw Austin play a little bit of it. And once I saw it in motion, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta check this out.
Gotcha.
It's wild, man.
Well, you really, I shouldn't have looked behind the curtain because I thought Brian was just some sort of magical, mystical video game whisperer.
No,
just in the know, had industry contacts or something, and now I just
just got my ear to the ground.
Just Beastcast. All right.
But yeah, it's in my Steam, fam. I think you would maybe get into this, Tyler. I can see this being a you thing because there's some story and intrigue going on that you're slowly unraveling and piecing together.
Yeah, this looks cool to me. I kind of want to just
those people are having a bad time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's neat.
The way it's all drawn with just like little X's and lines just seems really neat to me. I don't know. Very cool. Anyone got anything that I missed? Oh, Kring, you didn't talk about Link's Awakening DX.
Oh yeah. Today I started playing through Link's Awakening because after finishing DX, the one for the Game Boy Color, because that's the one you can get on the Virtual Console for the 3DS.
It's the one you want.
It is the one you want. It's the one in color. Although the color doesn't really matter for some things, which is great. Like all the rupees. So like the colors mean something in most of the Zelda games. And a green rupee is 1 rupee, and a blue rupee is 5. Not in this game. All the rupees are fucking blue, and
they're all 1. Yep.
They're all 1.
Yep.
So
that's odd.
Yeah, it was. Especially when I was like, "Oh man, these guys dropping 5 rupees on me. That's sweet." Nope, it's just a single lonely little rupee.
And you gotta remember, it was a original
like Game Boy title.
It was a Game Boy title. I think it released like not long after A Link to the Past, and then they re-released it on Game Boy Color. Added the color to it, and I think they changed a few things. They even added some like color specific puzzles because now they could do that.
There's a whole dungeon that is it's like a color dungeon, and the different colors of things play into everything in there. But most of the game, it's just colorized. The Game Boy Color had a cool thing where most games, if you played a non-color game, you could like choose a palette to apply to it. Do you remember that? That was
Yes.
cool.
Yep.
That was
Never
neat.
had one.
It was
Yep.
a
And
neat
then
thing.
they had fully colorized games. Actually, some original Game Boy games too. They had like their own color modes that would activate when you played them on the Super Game. There was like the Donkey Kong game that had like it was fully colorized, and if you played it on the Super Game Boy, like you'd get all the full complement of colors that came along with it. And they had like
When you say Super Game Boy, do you mean a Game Boy Color?
no Super Game Boy was a
Is that an actual thing?
Yes, it was.
Super Game Boy was a cartridge that you inserted into your Super Nintendo that then would accept a Game Boy cartridge.
Huh,
So
I
you
didn't
could
know
play
that was
Game
a
Boy
thing.
games on your TV. Like the Game Boy player for the GameCube.
Right. I did that on the
Yeah.
GameCube. I didn't know it was a. It was a
But
thing.
it was just a little cartridge. And so they
It
actually
was awesome. I had
yeah,
one.
it was. I actually had one.
I liked the GameCube one a lot, so like I like that concept. Yeah, here's a new library of games open to you now.
Mhm.
Yep.
Link's Awakening, first Zelda game that you could jump at will on. You had to use an
Only if
item
you
called the
have
Rock's
the
Feather.
feather equipped.
The Rock's Feather, yep. But it was the first
Only
one
if you have the
could
feather. Okay, so this game, going to this game from both A Link to the Past and A Link Between Worlds, this shit is clunky. Like it's real rough
do. Mhm.
trying to play this game again. So like your sword is equipped to a button. It's an equipable item. You can remove it. Your shield, same thing. And then every freaking item is the same way. So
You have to equip it and then unequip it.
so like the power bracelet that you get in A Link to the Past, and then you can just go and pick up heavy shit. Like, no, you have to have that equipped in order to be able to pick up that stuff.
Didn't
And
they solve
pots.
that problem in the original Zelda?
And pots are one of the heavy items that you can't pick up. So, and what this game does that's really driving me nuts right now is if you get too close to a pot and you don't have your power bracelet equipped, it'll come up with something that says, "Hey, that
Wow,
looks
this looks
that
pretty
looks-
heavy.
this looks pretty heavy. You won't be able to lift it with just your bare hands." But that
Only
pops
you
up
had a glove you
every
could wear.
damn time you get too close to a pot. That pops up.
Didn't
Yeah.
the NES not have that problem? The original Legend
Well-
of Zelda, like you got a power bracelet and then you just had it.
Yeah, but there wasn't like you just used it by like walking into stuff. You didn't press a button to like lift anything. In this game, all of your items have like an activatable thing. So like your shield isn't
Yeah.
just always out. Like raising your shield
Right.
slows you down and lets you block things.
It's like
I
they
don't know.
saw what you were doing on A Link to the Past and went, "Oh, hey, we should implement that same sort of gameplay style for this." Except they don't have enough frickin' buttons on the
Oh
game.
wait, we only have 2 buttons. Yeah.
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 Also,
Oh man.
saving in this game is awful. To save in this game, you have to hit all of the buttons at the same time.
What?
So on a Game Boy,
You're
it
just
wasn't so
slapping down?
bad because like they were all like in a row basically. But on this, to do that, I have to hold these 2 buttons up here, these
Uh-huh.
2, and then I have to hold these 2 little buttons down here,
Then use
and I
my
have to
nose to
hold the
push this
D-pad all at the same time.
So
in
you get
order
your
to be able to
elbow.
save the
You
game.
gotta get your elbow in there.
Yeah, it's
and-
real bad. So I'm like doing this
Ain't no
weird
easy
claw
buckets.
thing with my hands to try to be able to save this game.
That's funny.
So
No
I'm
saves
using
coming.
save states.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
So there's a lot. It's the limitations of the hardware that it was on, but there's some things that they could have done a little bit smoother. Like why can't I just press start and A to save? Why do I have to
Yeah.
press a bunch of weird crap? But I don't know. I like this game though because I played this game before a couple of different times. It's an interesting story. So I'll finish it again. I mean, I'm gonna play through all the Zelda games I have, but this is super clunky and it feels really, really rough.
The music that they were able to get out of the Game Boy system was very impressive to me at the time and still is. Like, some of that music is still great. I don't know. I like this game. It's a weird world. It's like this. It doesn't feel like any other Zelda game to me. I don't know. There's something about it that just feels different and unique. And I really like it. It's one of my favorites. Anyway, glad you're playing it. I'm curious to see what you think by the end of it.
Oh no, I've played it before, so I know what to expect. I know what's coming from it. I know everything about it. I like this game a lot. I love it
and all that. Yeah, it's great.
The first Zelda games that I cut my teeth on were the Oracle of Ages and the Oracle of Seasons, which are
fuck you, Kring. Just
what?
Those are great games, don't get me wrong, but just I cut my teeth on Oracle of Ages like you're fucking 13 years old or something.
I was.
Right, which is the wrong time to be playing a Zelda game for the first time, man. Come on.
I had a Nintendo 64, but we didn't have the Zelda games for that, and then I got a Game Boy Color and was able to play those games. Like, that was the first console that was mine. So I never had a Super Nintendo. We never had an NES. It wasn't a thing that we had. And then shortly after I played through the Oracle games, I played through Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time. So I didn't know what a Zelda was.
Yeah, I remember playing that gold cartridge. I was like 9 or 10 years old. Like, that was a hell of a thing.
Yo.
Sorry that your parents loved you more than mine and gave
really,
you
don't sound
Zelda.
Like
you don't sound sorry. Yep. Halloween and Zelda on the NES. It's just a real privileged life that I lived. Anyway, yeah, there you go. Get your Zeldas on your virtual console, on your other
every
handheld thing,
except for Switch.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah,
get after it.
That still cuts.
I know. That's why I do it. Oh, hey, well, you know what? Let's get into some of that news, you know? We can get into some of that news right now. Here it comes.
Yeah, it's just a clown throwing soccer balls at you. What the hell?
It's a genie.
And those are fireballs, not soccer balls.
Because you have to pick up his bottle and throw it 3 times, and then you break it, and then you can start to hurt him.
It's always 3 times.
You can't hurt him until his bottle's broken.
It's true. Luke.
Hi.
Fallout 76.
Yes.
When you playing it?
Beta's coming.
Beta.
It's, on Xbox the 23rd and PC and PS4 on the 30th.
Oh, what the hell?
Why does Microsoft get it a week early?
They probably paid some money or something. Who
that
knows?
dinero. Yeah. They do that all the time. Coming first to Xbox One, so they can say that. And hopefully you'll buy an Xbox One. Because you care that much
the
about
interesting thing I found is that it's only a 4-hour beta test.
What?
It's from 7 to 11
What?
on a weekday.
What?
7 to 11 in the morning?
PM.
PM. Okay.
7 p.m. to 11 p.m.
So did you do
4
it? Did
hours.
you pre-order?
Yeah, I pre-ordered when the whole Amazon 20% off thing was going away.
Oh, like when you thought that a beta meant that you'd be able to play it like during a beta period of maybe a whole weekend or like a several weekends or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So you have a
even
4-hour
when
window.
they first announced this, I was like, oh, cool. Like, they're going to have beta up maybe in like July or August,
Uh-huh.
not 2 weeks before it comes out.
For 4 hours?
So like,
Yeah.
so Luke, you work like an hour away from, maybe not that long, but like 35 minutes away from where you live,
Yes.
and it's a significant number of miles, to the point where like car trouble could fuck you out of the entire beta.
Well,
Why would you wish
say
that on?
That is
Yeah.
awful.
Wow.
Well,
Get
it's going to now.
Yeah, Jesus.
No, Luke.
Christ.
No, it could, but Luke drives a
the absolute
Subaru, so
worst.
he's fine. Luke drives a Subaru.
Yeah, Subaru
I
with
heard they weren't
known
good.
oil consumption issues, so thank you.
Well, sorry.
It's a fresh wound.
Did not
Hey,
know
if
you
it-
had oil consumption issues.
Hey, if it makes you
so
feel
they
any
weren't
better-
known.
If you make you feel any better, Kring had to abandon a vehicle in like Georgia or something because of that reason. Just leave it there to die. So there you go.
Baltimore.
Well,
no, it
same
was
thing.
already dead. It was already dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he also blew up a camper too, so
I didn't blow up a camper.
The propane
damn
tank.
well
yeah.
near did.
No, nothing exploded. You shut your mouths.
God,
You were
it's
one spark away.
Nothing exploded. No fires.
You were some
You know.
staticky socks away from multiple deaths.
I don't believe in God,
So
but
close.
there are things that happen that make me think maybe there's someone watching that's got a sense of humor. You give me hope, Kring.
The world is chaos. Brian, everything is random, and eventually those random things will align into something that benefits.
Humorous.
The universe
Yes.
has a sense of humor.
Yes.
Kring, puddles in my Spider-Man.
Tyler! Yeah,
Are they-
puddles are coming back. They're making a huge
Finally.
comeback. All the puddles
Hashtag
are coming back.
Puddlegate. Yes.
Yep, no more Puddlegate. You're gonna have so many puddles now.
This title says. The title says that players can add as many puddles to Spider-Man as they want.
Yep.
That's true. You can just drop
Yeah,
puddles
you
in.
can do whatever you want
How do you add puddles?
in photo mode.
Oh,
put
it's not
his
in the
name-
game.
It. Wait till you see what these things look like. They're like these like cartoonish looking like stickers of puddles. Like they put it in there as a big fuck you to everybody
Oh, they're
who
stickers.
bitched about puddles.
They're
Yeah, you
stickers.
put them on your photos.
Oh, that's great.
It is pretty good.
They're ridiculous looking, and everybody look at them. Just look at
Well
them.
done.
It's just a big fat middle finger to everybody on the internet who lost their minds about the stupid puddles.
That would be the only way it could be better is if the puddles were in the shape of a middle finger.
Well done.
So yeah, that makes me super happy that patch adds that. The
That's
patch
really
does
cool.
add some pretty cool other stuff too. Like there's a new game plus mode, so like now you can start over with all of the gear and abilities and stuff that you have at the end of your
Cool.
game, which I actually might do because trying to start that game over without all of that stuff might feel kind of bad.
Feels bad, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Hey,
Yeah, get your puddles.
well, that was a good story. That was a feel-good story. Now, I got one that's not that. So, crunch is a thing in video games, and it's a bad thing. And Rockstar just got done making a really elaborate video game where they, animate horse testicles, and you can talk to every person in the game, and it seems like, wow, that's crazy detailed. And then it came out that people were working like 100-hour weeks to get this game done on time. That ain't great, right?
And that sounded like the sort of, bullshit where it's just like, this is how fucking dedicated we are to you, the fans. Like, we're gonna fucking kill ourselves to get this made.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm real tired of that rhetoric. Like,
Yeah.
the whole companies getting out and being like, this is all for you, the true gamers.
Right.
This is
That dev that pissed you off, we fired him.
yeah, like this
You're
is
welcome.
this is we're here because of you and only because of
We
you.
don't want people to act entitled. We gotta stop treating them like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But anyway, they like walked that back and they're like, well, not everyone's working those shifts, and just the people that are super dedicated, they don't have to. And I saw a thing about how
Well-
management would schedule overtime, but it was optional.
Yeah, that's the thing that
exactly
gets me
see
is
that.
they were like
We're all
management.
staying late. Are you staying late tonight? You don't have to, but we all are. Are you?
Yeah. we're gonna put you on the schedule as working 80 hours, but you can totally you can totally tell us you only want to work your 40, and we're definitely not gonna fire you for that.
Yep. You'll still get promoted.
Yeah.
Hope you don't have a family or any loved ones or any other hobbies or activities that you want to do.
I hope you didn't have a vacation planned.
Yeah, that's an industry that needs a union.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I feel like I don't agree that there's targeting Rockstar in this though, because it's literally
it's
every
not just
game
Rockstar.
company.
Yeah.
It's every software company.
Oh yeah.
There's even a lot more industries other than programming that this happens in. You have
some
a deadline,
IT companies get away with some real dark shit like that too. I've heard such things. Allegedly.
Have you?
Yeah.
Heard them?
Yeah.
Just heard.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, guess what? Everyone's doing
anytime
overnight.
there's a deadline set. I mean, there's going to be a crunch at the end, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it just comes down to
I get the impression that this has not been this last few weeks though.
right.
I don't think it's
that's
that.
the thing is
It rarely is.
they set these delivery dates, but they because of the nature of the beast, they set them like a year in advance. They're out there telling you it's gonna be this day, and then pushing it back feels real bad. So they don't do that. Can't do that, because then people will shit their pants about it getting delayed. So they crunch to hit that date. I don't know. Maybe that needs to be a drastic shift of, hey, it'll be out, but you don't set a date until far closer. I don't know.
There's a line to that though, because if you don't set a date, the game will never get released. Because it'll never be perfect.
There's always
Yeah.
more you can do.
Yep. So, like Brian said, union. Get a union.
Let's make sure people aren't getting taken advantage of. Make sure they're at least getting paid. I hope people were getting overtime.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It kind
I
of
have
plays.
my doubts.
It kind of
with
plays
the way
into
salaried pay works and how many of these
Yeah.
people are hourly.
Well, it kind of plays into the next story a little
Yeah.
bit. There's talk that another company is going to finish Telltale's The Walking Dead. Skybound Games is in discussion with former Telltale staffers about completing The Walking Dead. So, crunch being a thing that is pervasive throughout the entire industry, you have these people who were likely also killing themselves making this game, and then they all got shit canned and no severance, nothing, and then the CEOs and people who run the IP are going to come in and hire somebody else to finish it up. Now there's talk that they may hire some of those developers to do that, to start working back up on their game, but that's absolutely not guaranteed. And
No, not at all. And I'm sure a lot of those people have already gotten jobs or maybe not eager to jump back into bed with Telltale. I don't know.
Or anyone, for that matter, I don't know.
I feel like when you're looking at how close your company is to bankruptcy, you need to factor in paying severance out in that. And if you can't pay severance, you already fucked up.
Yeah. I feel like with this game too, I'm not into this Walking Dead series because I'm not really into The Walking Dead as an intellectual property at all.
Mm-hmm.
But if I was, I would fully not buy this game just based on what they've already done. On principle, I would never buy this game.
Don't want to give them more money.
No, I would never give any money to anybody who finishes this game just for the way it was handled.
This is another case where I'm glad I'm also not into this game because I don't have to have any conflict about it.
Yep.
Right.
But I know there's a ton of shitty people out there who are going to just gobble it up and not care about what happened on the backside.
And a part of the problem for that is people bought the full season, season pass for it, and then it got canceled halfway through. So, there's a legit, Can you give me my money back, maybe?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're bankrupt. They can't even pay severance. So no, you can't get any money back.
That gets into some weird territory where they may have to do something like that, because this isn't fucking Kickstarter. This isn't like,
Right.
you know, I mean, they paid for a complete
Paid
product.
for a product that
Yeah.
they're not getting.
Yeah.
Is
I
it?
don't know.
Is it? Is it though different than a Kickstarter? I mean, yeah, it is different than a Kickstarter, but is this
Yeah.
any different than?
Yeah, I
Like-
think so.
Like, I don't know what the laws are as far as like if they are, you know, bankrupt, then
Right.
I
Like,
don't know if it's just
what's
like,
your
oh, you're off
recourse?
the hook. But if they're also bankrupt, then you know they can't be continuing to make the game.
Like, that's kind of what bankruptcy. Like, this could be. You could be considered a creditor, maybe, if you're looking to get a refund on this, and bankruptcy would absolve you of your debts, so you don't have to pay your creditors. That's like the whole point of it. You don't have the money to pay them, so now we're wiping away those debts, so they're gone.
I'm not a creditor. I'm not a corporation. I'm just a motherfucker who bought a season pass for Walking Dead. I don't care about any of that shit. Just give me my $13 back.
Well, it's like,
Somebody.
yeah,
That's
but
how
you
I
bought.
would feel.
I mean, you bought a season pass for a thing that didn't exist yet. You pre-purchased a thing that never existed. It's like buying an early access game that never goes full release.
This just makes me. This is one of those things where I'm like, here's why we shouldn't be allowed to do shit like this. You shouldn't be
Yeah,
allowed to sell
I
people
agree
games
with
that
you.
don't exist. You shouldn't be allowed to, you know, buy DLC that hasn't been made yet. I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like it's.
I agree with you.
I feel like somewhere there's a clause that says, you know, final product can
Subject
change
to
at any
change.
time with no
Yeah.
guarantee of it being
I'm,
released.
oh, I'm
Yep.
sure of that. Yeah,
I'm sure some lawyer baked that in there somewhere just in case this happened.
that isn't always ironclad though either. You know,
It's not always legal.
A class action
Yeah.
lawsuit might find that that doesn't hold any water. And then again, who are you going to sue if the company
Right,
doesn't
exactly.
exist anymore? Fucking
You can
kick
sue a
rocks.
bank.
Yeah, I think Telltale stuck to the same formula too closely and probably paid too much getting licensing for all the different shit they made with
Yep.
it. You know, Game of Thrones and Batman.
Yep.
You know, Minecraft.
I heard that's still getting finished too somehow.
Yeah.
The Minecraft thing.
I've heard Tales from the Borderlands was really good. I
Yeah.
might have to play that one. I got that one through Amazon Prime. It was free a little while back, so
Yep, I think I nabbed that as well. I think I
Mhm.
got Walking Dead season 1 too.
that is really good. That's just very much not my thing. Like, it was super well made though.
Well, I think that's
What
going to
time
do
is
it
it,
for
Tyler?
the news. I think that means it's time for one of these.
Is that time?
It's time for me to put a 4 in the Google Doc. That's the wrong thing too. Here we go. I'm gonna get it one of these times. Here it comes. It's a topic. It is a topic. 97 episodes. You think I'd figure out my fucking soundboard
Episode
by now?
98, man. Look
That's
out.
where it all comes together. The topic this week comes to us from one Brian Maxwell. He says, "Hey, what are some genres of games that you don't play anymore?" That's a great question, Brian.
I used to be way into real-time strategy games,
Mm,
and I just, in the last 10 years, I haven't been able to give a shit about any of them ever. Every now and again, I try just to see if it's still that way. Like, I played something called Tooth and Tail a couple weeks ago. It's a really neat, well-made RTS that you can play with a controller. That works, surprisingly well with a controller. Cool theme, great music, and I just don't enjoy that gameplay at all anymore.
So you don't think it's a matter of like that's just not the right one? It's just none of them are the
I
right
think my
one.
tastes have changed. And that's something I used to play with friends,
Yep.
on a local area network,
What are those?
right?
Doritos and Mountain Dew, as far as the eye can see.
Doritos
I'm-
and Mountain Dew and stale body odor. Mm.
I have a question for you, Brian.
Yeah.
Is it because we've already achieved the peak of real-time strategy games a long time ago?
Age of Empires 2.
Yeah, with the expansion.
Mm-hmm. That's a big part of it.
Yeah,
Every
it'll never
Saturday,
get
I
better
used,
than
to,
that. So why keep playing?
I used to go to my buddy's house every Saturday, and we'd be playing Age of Empires 2 and StarCraft and Warlords.
Hmm.
Oh, Warlords, that was good.
Uh-huh.
Question.
Yes.
Blizzard announces Warcraft 4 at BlizzCon this year. Is that something you think you could try to wrap your head around? Or you just pass?
I'd probably give it a whirl. You know, if anyone.
I don't even like
it's Blizzard,
RTSs, and
you know.
I'd play that shit.
Yeah.
I played
Tyler,
Warcraft
that's
3
because
for
you're a
that
chill
reason.
for Blizzard.
Yeah, definitely.
I think you can pretty much say, hey, if Blizzard
Look at me
made
living in all this
X-
Blizzard money right now. Sorry.
If Blizzard made X game, would you play it? The answer would just be yes.
That's
I mean,
Well,
they got
you're
me to buy a
you're an
shooter.
unpaid chill.
Yeah.
It's like an internship.
Yeah, Blizzard got me to buy a first-person shooter.
Right.
Yeah.
It didn't stick, but I figured if anyone's going to make it stick, it's them. So
Hey, you know, speaking of first-person shooters, I don't play a lot of those these days.
We played one last night.
Yeah, I was talking with Kring about this. Like,
It's not.
Sea of Thieves is like, it's a first-person game that is also a shooter. I don't think of it like a first-person shooter, though. You know?
It's not. A first-person shooter is a completely different style of game.
To me, it's like saying, like, well, technically Skyrim's a first-person shooter
It's a
because you can have a bow and
first-person
arrow and you can
action
shoot.
game. How about that?
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
you're not firing off rounds with a fully automatic weapon in Sea of Thieves.
I'm not
What if
jumping
we
into
could,
prone
though?
position, dolphin diving behind cover, and, you know, throwing grenades.
There's far more. You can be worse mechanically at that game and win because you have better strategy.
Can confirm.
can't-
Shock and awe.
Yeah,
Every time.
yeah. That can't. The same cannot be said of a first-person shooter like Halo or Call of Duty. Like, if you suck mechanically, if you're worse mechanically than the guy on the other team, you're gonna get beat.
But yeah, there was a time
That
where I played a
explains
lot
so
of
much.
those. Yeah. I don't know. There was a time where I was playing a lot of shooters. Halo, played Call of Duty.
Now, was
No.
that a thing where you had friends that were into it
Oh yeah,
as
big
well?
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, there was a crew of us at Best Buy that all played, and I had friends from high school that used to do LAN parties with our Xboxes and played the original Halo.
Wow.
That was awesome. We would like link the Xboxes together. We had a team downstairs and another one upstairs, so we were like completely separated. We took it super seriously, and it was great.
That sounds pretty good.
It was
that
really
sounds
good.
better than me lugging my PC and mouse and keyboard cables and everything.
yeah, it was a lot less setup, but it was a lot of
Yep,
fun.
I'm here. Just give me 3 trips in, and we'll be all up and running in half an hour.
I was at a LAN party once with the original Xbox where this guy lugged a CRT TV with him.
Yeah, that's what you had to do.
Yep.
Nice.
This thing was massive, and it took 2 or 3 of us to bring it into the house and get it all set up.
Dude,
But yeah,
okay, so this reminds me of we're talking like, couch gaming and stuff. I knew a guy that got so hardcore about GoldenEye that he he tore apart a cardboard box and made cardboard dividers for his television
For the split screen.
so people couldn't screen peek at each other while it was in 4-up split screen mode, and made like, okay, you're gonna sit on the floor, you get to sit on the couch so that you're elevated, you can see you're on this side, and split everybody up. It was serious business back in the GoldenEye days. But yeah, the first person shooters just in general, like, tell me like the new Call of Duty's out, the new Battlefield, any of that
Is
stuff.
it a
just doesn't
theming
really
fail
do
for
anything.
you? Like, it's mostly like modern military. I know, like, I don't.
Yeah, I don't care about
I'm
that at
actively
all.
disinterested in that.
But even like some of the kind of fantasy style stuff, Destiny and like one of the Call of Duties recently was like way more. It was set in the future, and it was like
Yeah.
abilities and stuff. Titanfall's another one that I kind of tried and was like, I'm just not really into this.
Even now, though, most of those games hinge almost entirely on their multiplayer, and like trying to play Heroes, it's something that if you fall off of it for a little while, it can be very difficult to get back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, you'll know the game, and it'll be like putting on an old glove, but you're gonna get your shit pushed in for a while. You're gonna get destroyed.
Even Doom, like I really liked what I played of Doom, but I just couldn't force myself to finish it. Like I just feel like that There's very few games where I wanted to run around shooting people. Sea of Thieves is one of them, but I get to have a sword too, so it's different.
And Tyler,
And I'm a pirate.
Tyler, when Brian posed this topic to us earlier this week, I was like, "Oh, yep, I'm gonna be saying the exact same things Tyler just said," and then fucking Shlomo made me go and buy this game on Thursday night.
Now you're playing Black Ops 4, the most current
Now I'm playing
and
Black
most
Ops
first
4.
person of the shooters. Yeah, it's the shooterest first person game there is.
Yeah, so I don't know what genre I don't play anymore because now I'm fucking playing first person shooters again.
You don't play a lot of RPGs these days.
I mean,
for somebody who likes Shining Force 2 as much as you do.
I like Shining
not an
Force
RPG.
2. I enjoyed what I played of Final Fantasy Tactics for the little bit that I played. I have a very, very, very narrow field of RPG dumb that I will
Strategic
tolerate.
RPGs, SRPGs.
Yeah. Strategy RPGs, I'm down with. And then
JRPGs.
action
not so
RPG, like Skyrim and stuff, I'm down to play. But then like the JRPG style, there are very, very few games that I've actually enjoyed playing. The Mario and Luigi games, I like those.
Those
I
are
like
actually really good.
I like the South Park games. That's it. Like it's very limited. I would like to try Super Mario RPG. I know that'll be a little bit more crusty than some of those other ones that I've mentioned. But I would like to try that because I've heard that game is like it's really well done and it's
good.
funny, and good, and I want to try it.
I replayed through part of it about a year and a half ago, and the comedy holds up still. Like, it's still a funny game with good mechanics.
That was one of those weird mashups that shouldn't have worked, and it was real fucking good.
Isn't there an Easter egg where you go into one of the inns and Link is sleeping in one of the beds in that game? I have some memory of that.
Probably. There's a lot of
remember that,
little
but-
Easter eggs like that.
Yeah.
It's full of just random hilarious stuff. So good. Maybe I'll get that on my DS. Maybe we'll play that.
What?
Super Mario RPG.
Mario RPG.
No, you won't,
Why?
because it's not available.
It's on the virtual console?
No, it was the first game I looked to buy on the virtual console. It's not there. You can get it on the virtual
Nintendo,
console
please.
You can get it on the virtual console for the Wii U, but not
Here you go.
the 3DS.
Oh, Luke, you just got to
Problem
get a
solved.
Wii U.
Boy, fuck you, Nintendo.
Yeah. How much of a slap in the face is
Show
that?
title.
Like,
Wii U.
Well, it's a good thing I kept my receipt.
yeah, probably too late for that, Luke.
It's only been a week.
Has it really? Oh yeah.
Hold please. I'm beep 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 beep. Luke, $129.99. You can get a 32 gigabyte Wii U refurbished with Legend of Zelda Black Premium.
$129.99 is what I paid for my 2DS.
Yeah, I mean, you could.
So
Bought
it's
the wrong
really good.
handheld.
Yeah, just use this instead. 7-day back money guarantee. Look at that.
Or
Available at
just go
GameStop.
buy a Super NES Classic
Is it on that? Or do I have to modify it?
for $80. It's on there.
Is it on there? Okay.
Yeah, it's on there for sure.
I'm not doing that either.
I wouldn't do it either.
Although Super Metroid's on there, so
It's Star Fox 2.
maybe I am.
All those polygons.
Luke, what about
All
you?
them barrel rolls.
What's the genre you don't truck with anymore?
Oh, it's the one that I mentioned like a week or two ago. Racing games.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Played
kind
a
of me too.
lot. Had a wheel. Loved them.
What games did you get into on the racing games, Luke? Was it just NASCAR games?
We discussed this.
I know we did, but I'm trying to refreshify my memory for me.
Just get the notes from
NASCAR Racing
Rush
2003.
San Francisco Rush.
Need for Speed Underground 2, and
That's right. And you said Most Wanted as well. Yeah. Okay.
So you said that's
Uh,
one of the
Racing
best
games.
racing game. Yeah, this is all.
It's one of my favorite racing games of all time. Yeah.
Flat Out. And then there was, I think I picked up a F1 racing game know if I picked it up or if it was given to me.
Is
But I
most
played one.
is Most Wanted the one where you can
You were
you have
chased
like
by the cops.
can you be a Dodge Viper that's also a cop? It's a cop
I don't
car
think you
Viper
got
or
to
something.
be the cops in that game.
No, you didn't. The
I think
cops were
I
after you.
played some racing game where it was like a supercar that was also a cop car. It was really weird.
That might have been
I think it was one of the Need for Speeds. I don't know.
Need for Speed. Was it old?
Yeah,
really old?
It would have been real.
Might
old.
have been Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2.
Sure.
That
Yep,
sounds
that's the
right.
one.
I think is the
Nailed
one. Yep. Because I was big into the Need for Speeds for a long time, buying them every single year like clockwork, and that ended though after they started to get really shitty.
They got really shitty real fast.
Yeah, they did. Like there was that time. It was like Hot Pursuit 2 was great, and then Underground came out, and then Underground 2 came out, and then Most Wanted came out, and then it was just a bunch of garbage after that.
It was like they had Carbon, didn't they? That was one.
Yeah,
Isn't
yeah, that was
I
kind
think Carbon was kind of like when it started to go downhill.
Yeah. Yeah, I had Need for Speed Most Wanted. It was a launch title on the Xbox 360, and that was the game I played probably the most at the launch of that console. I
Yeah,
played
that was part of EA's trifecta from last year with Need for Speed, Battlefront, and Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yeah,
They
that
really
Need
shit the
for
bed last
Speed
year.
Was awful.
I feel like EA really shits the bed every year, and they should just stop making games that aren't Madden. 'cause
Didn't
it's the only
they
one that-
win our Dumpster Fire of the Year award or something like that?
I think so.
Yeah.
EA will win my Dumpster Fire of the Year award for every year that I draw breath.
Wow. The hatred runs deep.
Uh-huh.
Well, speaking of that, that's an episode, boys and girls. that's
Speaking of
a show.
hatred.
that's a show. Thank you for joining us. You can find us every week over at questlogcast.com. You can get us on Twitter at questlogcast. You can find the show on iTunes, on SoundCloud, Google Play Music, wherever you get your podcasts. It'll be there, just like an old friend. It's always there for you, waiting in the weeds, in the bushes.
Is that what friends
Of
do?
love.
That's where old.
Friends in the bushes.
Yeah, just always. That's where I keep you guys, in my weeds. You can find more of the music that you're hearing on this lovely podcast from Visager. Visager's music can be found at visager.us. And email the show. Do that too. It's mail at questlogcast.com. Let us know if you're out there. If you hear the sound of my voice right now, if this part of the show has made it to your brain, open up your web browser, go to your email platform of choice, and send us a mail at questlogcast.com. It doesn't have to have a subject or anything. I'm not trying to scam you for your data. I just want to
Don't
know
need
that you're out
words.
there.
Just raise a hand.
Just say hi.
A little,
Roll
just
call.
just let us
Roll
know
call.
you're out there. We'd appreciate it.
Fucking animals.
Oh man, and that's a show. We'll catch you guys next week.
It's a show.
Goodbye.
Now I get the hatred segue.
There you go. Take care.
Good night.
Take care, you fucking animals.